goes on when they do it in other places, and the police run in and treat the whole situation like a crime scene and so forth. So this time they just drove the woman to the hospital and left her there so she could be found. That sounds like dying with dignity to me.
He beat her with a tire iron and threw her off the bridge.
Naked.
Yes.
Esther Cohen, who was 46, suffered from multiple sclerosis. She was nearly quadriplegic and covered with bed sores, according to her lawyer.
Sounds like Gilbert.
She said that she was tired of the constant pain and the fact that most of her body had already gone bye-bye anyway. She said it was time to put the rest of it to sleep.
Hey, Gilbert would have gone out with her.
Yeah.
I mean, she was bedridden and body sores?
I asked her out. That's when she decided to kill herself.
Right.
Yeah.
Kevorkian is already facing murder charges from 2 deaths at which he was present in 1991. I don't think they know the exact circumstances of how this woman died, but they say it's similar to the ways Kevorkian has assisted other people.
Very sad.
Yeah. I blame Mark Furman.
He framed her.
Yes.
There was another commuter plane accident.
There's Jackie. Okay.
This time down in Georgia. 30-seater, I think 4 or 5 people were killed, including the pilot. The rest are in the hospital, recovering from their injuries. The plane broke into 3 pieces. Oh, please, Jackie.
Jackie, the news can't get any funnier than this.
And an investigation is now going on. Oh, my God.
He goes nuts with that guy.
I didn't know this was a funny story.
He loves to hear Jackie laugh. That inhuman laugh.
Yeah.
How many died, Robin? How many died?
4 people. Really, that is wrong, Gilbert, to laugh like that.
Yeah,
Jackie may be insensitive, but you don't have to follow in his footsteps.
Yes. Yes.
Go ahead, Robin. Sorry about that.
Yes, please.
Gilbert, very offensive.
Yes.
I hate to deal with another tragic story right after that. You
Of
guys
course
had
not.
such a good time. Some U.S. diplomats were killed over in Bosnia.
Gilbert has a strange way of dealing with his grief.
Yes.
All right. He's okay now.
They went over there to try to figure out how to get these people to get involved in some peaceful negotiations and became victims of these ethnic wars. Oh, boy. President Clinton will interrupt his Wyoming vacation to return to Washington tomorrow to attend their burials at Arlington National Cemetery. Oh.
All right, he's okay now.
All right, can I go on?
Yeah.
All right, now.
Because
So, when is the funeral?
tomorrow. Well, here, get ready. A suicide bomber took on one of those Israeli buses yesterday, blew it up. 4 people were killed, including a Connecticut teacher who felt that winning this sabbatical to Israel was one of the luckiest things that had ever happened.
What's the matter with you, man? Jackie, Jackie's sick. No, unless anyone thinks that's real. Fred is
Only
playing.
Gilbert is real.
Gilbert's the only real there. Fred is playing Jackie's laugh in the background.
Several other Americans were injured.
Yes.
Israeli officials and Palestinian officials have said that they will continue to seek peace in the Middle East. This bombing was the responsibility of the Islamic group Hamas, which is opposed to those peace talks.
Jackie's always happy when others are less fortunate than him. That's why he laughs at these people. You ever hear sounds like that come out of another human being? Sick.
It's like the Island of Lost Souls.
All right.
Yeah.
something living inside of him.
ABC News yesterday apologized to Philip Morris and R.J. Reynolds. They did a news story back in March of 1994 on day one that said these cigarette makers were adding extra nicotine to the cigarettes to make them more addictive to smokers.
I'm surprised you don't smoke, Gilbert, because I know it makes you look cool.
Yes.
What, you never took up cigarettes to look cool?
Never, no.
Not in front of the girls?
I couldn't master a cigarette even.
Really?
Well, the cigarette makers vehemently denied these charges and decided to sue. Well, they have come to a settlement. Here is the apology.
Ooh. Who is making the apology?
By by ABC, by Diane Sawyer.
Okay. I'd like to hear that.
I just want to apologize to my wife, Nancy, for the Jessica Hahn bathtub incident. It's stupid, and I'll never do anything like that again, and I love you, and I'm very sorry. And I'm very sincere, and don't...
Sounds like Jackie.
Well, Diane has a frog in her throat.
All right.
Now, here we go.
All right, here is the apology. Thank you, Jackie. All right, here we go. Diane Sawyer apologizing from the bed.
ABC News agrees that we should not have reported that Philip Morris and Reynolds add significant amounts of nicotine from outside sources. That was a mistake that was not deliberate on the part of ABC, but for which we accept responsibility and which requires correction. We apologize to our audience, Philip Morris and Reynolds. Philip Morris and Reynolds continue to disagree about whether the principal focus of the reports was on the use of nicotine from outside sources. Philip Morris and Reynolds believe that this was the main thrust of the programs. ABC believes that the principal focus of the reports was whether cigarette companies use the reconstituted tobacco process to control the levels of nicotine in cigarettes.
Some apology, like anyone could even know what she's talking about.
I said this will have the same impact as the report, I'm sure.
This is about the world's worst read. CBS and ABC and NBC News all agree that
What happened to the pictures and the graphics they used?
Yeah, where's the apology in this? It's like, but we all still have not agreed. It almost makes it sound like ABC really didn't apologize.
Yeah.
To keep people smoking. Philip Morris and Reynolds categorically deny that they do so. ABC thinks that the reports speak for themselves on this issue.
Anybody beside me think that's the worst read they ever heard in their life? I mean, I don't know what she even said.
I don't understand the word. But then that's what I usually am.
It's like a sing-song backpedal. Wow.
It's just interesting, when they make these reports, they're all glitzy, and they make sure that the audience understands what they're doing,
the audience
what they're saying.
The audience didn't understand a word there. I got a fairly high IQ, and I didn't understand a word there. You imagine some hillbilly there and hee-haw hell?
All of a sudden, it's a science report.
Yeah. What did she say, Margaret? Something about someone's sorry. What the hell is that? I tell you, I just don't understand the word. It's so strange. It's so strange. The world is changing. Yes. All these apologies. Oh. I got a pass wind.
Oh, dear.
It happens.
Happens every day. At news time, it seems.
Do you mind if I do it into the microphone? Gilbert?
Oh, all right.
Want to hear it?
Gilbert, you got to sit in there.
Yes. Could I move back? Oh, that's very nice.
Come on, that's funny.
Yes, that's good.
Hey, that's funny.
Yes. I'm sitting closer.
Who is that reek?
You're always surprised that it stinks. That's amazing.
I'm so embarrassed. I have a real problem. I have an irritated bowel. Irritable bowel. You smell it?
Yeah, well, it doesn't smell anywhere near as bad as your lunch did, though. I was.
It's worse coming out, huh?
Yeah. I like the smell. But enough for the rest of you. It's offensive.
Yes.
I guess the air drifts out past... I guess it goes through your bowel. And if there's anything in your bowel, any duty, the smell. I don't know how it all works, but it's an amazing smell. I'm going to study it.
Yeah.
Like, does the air pass over?
What is air doing there?
Yeah.
And why is Passover different than all other days?
All right, anyway, what else is in the news, Robin?
There was a big fight between...
Okay. I had to get that out.
A big fight at a church in Queens.
All right, come on. You did that already. Go ahead.
On Sunday, and the cops and the people who go to the church are blaming each other about why everything got out of hand. Right.